Good evening and welcome back to the Rory Talks Football channel, your daily Arsenal news, updates, debates and my opinions. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. On the way to 10,300 subscribers, if you could like the video as well, I would be truly grateful. It's a Friday. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Woo! Lots of you here. It's the weekend. Sensational vibes. It's a bit warm. I'll be honest. It's a bit warm in the UK. Humid, sticky. But lovely. VV Vlad, Sportcat, Hyper Protagonist, Icarus, Jakub, Pekka, Junior Films, Andreas, Tom, Ethan Udall, Oslo Guna, Emilio, Devin, Max, Jacob, Simon, Wilsey, Hannah, Miles. It is good to see you all. I'm late. I was late by a minute. But it was because I was just pulling together the last bits of research for tonight's show. No, there's lots to talk about tonight. Obviously, we've got the United preview. We've got injury news from Arteta, from Ten Hag. There's more transfer news in terms of some of our targets that's quite interesting. And we'll all have a little laugh at Richarlison. AFC Max, good to see you as well. Lawrence, Loopy, Pete, Magnus. Loads of you in here on this Friday evening. It was good to see some of you in the Twitch stream yesterday as well. I appreciated that. We went live on Twitch last night for the first time, and it was good vibes. It was really good. So I appreciate that. We'll be live again tonight. The link to my Twitch is in my bio. And yeah, I'm excited to go live again. I am excited to go live again. Oh my God. AFC Max straight off the bat with 5 gifted memberships. Max, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing really well. And if you've just been given a membership off Max, please do thank him. Honestly, what an absolute goat. What an absolute goat. Brazil's first choice forward dropped from the squad. Yeah, look, Brazil's first choice forward dropped. Brazil's 5th choice centre-back is there. Congratulations to Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Martinelli, who's there as well. Gabriel Jesus, unfortunately, missing out on the squad for the Copa America. Rory Talks Football, sponsored by AFC Max. Literally. He has a calf injury. Yeah, apparently he does have a calf injury. So it's, unfortunate. It is unfortunate. But you know what? He shouldn't have mocked Gabriel Magalhaes. I wonder if Jesus will have another operation this summer, which is why he was left out. I think he will have another operation this summer. I think he's going to have another operation this summer, definitely. Tom finally got the green name. Congratulations. And again, Max, thank you very, very much. So yeah, live tonight, I'll be live on Twitch at about 11-ish. I'm going to the cinema straight after this to watch the new Planet of the Apes film. And it turns out it's quite long. So yeah, I'm aiming to go live on Twitch at about 11, which will be fun. Probably FIFA again, but opening packs for the League and team of the season. And then we'll see where the evening takes us. Who's injured and not playing for United this Sunday? So we'll get into that now. So from an Arsenal perspective, Arteta was asked about Tomiyasu missing training and also Saka's availability. He said, we've got a few doubts that tomorrow we can resolve because we have another training session. So we will have to wait and see. There are doubts over the names that you discussed. So there are doubts over Tomiyasu and Saka. Now, I think that in some way has to be mind games because Saka's been in training this week. So I can't imagine Saka would have been in training. Obviously he's got the cut on his leg, but I'd imagine he'll play through that against Man United. So Tomiyasu, potentially a doubt. Look, if Kivior has to play, then it's no problem. He was asked about Jorginho signing that new deal. He said there are no questions about his contribution to the team, the way he feels about his teammates and about the club and the way that we play. He's someone who makes everybody better. That's his main quality. He's still hungry. He wants to win. He wants to win with us. He's happy here and his family is happy here. So for us, it was a really easy decision. And then, that's pretty much it. There's other stuff about United. And he was asked about our record at Old Trafford, which obviously isn't very good. We know what we need to do, but first of all, we have to perform to a really high level to deserve to win the match. That is the focus. So, yeah, there's a lot of other stuff in there, but a lot of it's about Jorginho, to be fair, which is fair enough. He's asked if he's spoken to Bernd Leno or Willian at Fulham. He said no. Not surprisingly. not surprisingly. Another 5 gifted memberships from Max. Honestly, Max, thank you so, so much. Again, if you've just been given a membership by Max, please do thank him in the chat. Absolutely unbelievable. Max's support for the channel is it is unrivaled, and I really do massively, massively appreciate it, Max. So thank you very much. Good to hear it is hot today. Oh, you're talking to someone else. Fair play. I'll rate that. Give Max the channel. Just give him the keys. Just give him the keys to the channel. Arjun's become a member. Breaking news: AFC Max goes into administration. No, I hope not. Max, please do be responsible. That is what I would say. But I do appreciate it. Hit the like button. Yeah, if you could hit the like button in honor of Max, also to help me, but in honor of Max, if you could hit the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. Honestly, you've been smashing it with the likes on the last few streams. We've been smashing well over 100 likes, so I do appreciate that. I always think ape better than human. I see now how much like them we are. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like them. The Luton stream is goated. Yeah, the Luton stream will forever be goated. What? That was just mental. That was mental. Max has given me membership 2 months in a row. There you go. Lucky. Did you see Ten Hag brought the team into training early today? Yeah, it was actually yesterday. But yeah, Ten Hag arrived at Carrington at 7 a.m. yesterday and demanded that the team got in early. So, do you watch the Stick to Football podcast? Not really. I see the clips on TikTok a fair bit, but I don't go out of my way to watch it. Stuck in traffic again, but once again the stream is perfectly timed. You love to see it. Traffic on a Friday night is a painful one, but at least you can listen to me. How fortunate you are. How's United's bench looking? Right, so United injury news. Mason Mount is injured again, which is unbelievable. Bruno Fernandes is back in training, and I imagine Bruno will have to play, given that Mount is now injured. Scott McTominay is also back in training. Not sure if he'll play. Martinez is back in training, but he will not play. According to Ten Hag, he's not. Martinez is desperate to play against Arsenal, but Ten Hag said he's not going to risk him. So that's pretty much it. I think Rashford's back in training as well. So yeah, I mean, look, they haven't got any of their defenders back. So presumably the defense is going to be Dalot, Casemiro, Johnny Evans, who isn't even fully fit himself, and Wan-Bissaka. So, they are there for the taking. Mason Mount gets injury prone as soon as he leaves Chelsea. Thank God we got rid of him. Yeah, that would just be another one on your injury books. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. In terms of how United line up, I assume it will be, I think they'll put Dalot on Saka. So I think it'll obviously be Onana in goal. I'd imagine it will be Wan-Bissaka right back, Casemiro, Johnny Evans, Dalot, Mainu, maybe Scott McTominay if he is fit enough to start. Otherwise, it will have to be Eriksen again or Amrabat, Bruno Fernandes, and then maybe probably, I don't know, Garnacho, Højlund, Rashford if Rashford's fit. But it is a team that we should be beating. Will Bruno be fit? Well, apparently he's back in training, and so given that he's only missed like a game, so I assume he will be fit to play. Do you think it's just intensity in training, or Dr. Death from Us Causes the Injury List was very similar to this when he was at our club? I think it's a combination. I do think in part it's to do with the intensity of the training, but I also think when players have got small issues, he doesn't stop them from playing, and then it makes them worse. Did you watch the Cannon podcast analysis of Hato? Sounds like a brilliant player, and we're in pole position for him. Yes. Yeah, so actually, you lead me on. So Fabrizio Romano said, Arsenal keep monitoring Ajax young centre-back Jorel Hato as one of the best talents in Europe in his position. He's already been scouted for months, and Arsenal keep following him. Hato signed a new deal until 2028 at Ajax recently, but Arsenal remain interested. So Jorel Hato, 18 years old, captain of Ajax, very much someone that we're after. And I think that's exciting. Yeah, Gary O'Driscoll, Gary O'Driscoll, our old doctor who moved to Man United. And since then, our injuries pretty much have got better and theirs have got a lot worse. Arteta lives rent-free in Ten Hag's head for no reason. He does a bit, yeah. Arsenal have to make sure they take their chances. We saw what happened when they faced Liverpool. 100%. The first half, as usual, the first half will be crucial, right? We've seen it in all of our games, in the majority of games this season, but especially recently, we start incredibly quickly and we have to take those chances. So look, we should be fine. I think even the way that we play is suited to the way that I think our style is suited to Man United's flaws this season. Man United have conceded so many goals from cutbacks, right? Get to the byline, cut it back along the floor, someone puts it in. They have conceded so many goals like that. It's like their speciality trick. And you think about the amount of times that we either get Saka or Ben White to the byline on that right-hand side. That's how I see us scoring. I could almost guarantee that's how one of our goals goes in, at least, is a cutback. But we do need an early goal. I mean, I'd love to go there and smash them. 3 points is all that matters at the end of the day. Obviously, we'll be playing after Man City have played against Fulham. So, however that result goes, I mean, I don't think it changes what we need to. It doesn't change what we need to do either way. If anything, if City drop points, it'll put more pressure on us. But Rice and Ødegaard should score against Man U. Yeah, they're the sort of positions that we should be picking up to score. I've got a strange feeling it'll be 1-1 in the City game tomorrow. And there will be a Haaland or Foden last-minute winner. I hope not. Do Fulham stand a chance against City? Not massively, right? It's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that Fulham stand a chance against City. It's I'd love to think that they can, but what about Timber? Timber might be in the squad. I don't think he was actually asked about Timber at all. Was he asked about Timber? No, there's literally not a single mention of Timber in the article. Would you ever do Guess the Gooner video on Arsenal YouTube channel? Well, I'll be honest, right? They kind of stole Guess the Gooner. It's not, they don't do it the same way that I do it, but the Arsenal YouTube channel did steal Guess the Gooner. So, $5 super chat from Max. Thank you very, very much, Max. So, Rory, how far away from the camera or anything to help you? Also, what's your opinion on Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, and Manager of the Year? We are, I'm effectively at a point. I can buy the camera, or I can keep saving to basically sort a better PC. So I'm trying to figure it out at the moment, but we're all good. We're all good. I do appreciate the support, though. In terms of Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Manager of the Year, I don't get the point in Young Player of the Year at this point, in terms of they're just too old. If Phil Foden wins Player of the Year, he should win Young Player of the Year, but that's not always the case. Manager of the Year, if Arsenal win the league, it should be Arteta. If Arsenal don't win the league, it should be Emery. Player of the Year, it'll probably go to Foden. Can't believe that Rodri's not nominated. Can't believe Saka's not nominated. And yeah, I think, by the way, conspiracy, right? When they put two players from the same, because this is publicly voted, right? When they put two players from the same club in the vote, that splits the vote, and it's more likely that someone whose club's only got one nomination win it. Because, for Arsenal fans' votes will be split between Ødegaard and Declan Rice. I think they nominated Haaland instead of Rodri so that the Man City vote wasn't split. Because no Man City fan is going to vote for Haaland ahead of Foden. That's a conspiracy for you. Swear we've been looking for a PC since last summer. Well, we have. So the issue was, right, last summer, the PC kept crashing. You'll remember if you were here how often the PC crashed. Since I moved, it really hasn't crashed as much, but there are still some things that are wrong with it. One of which is that I can't get into the camera for the settings, which is just weird. There are quite a few things that are wrong with it. So, yeah, I'm kind of I'm torn. What's your cutting PC specs? I've got no idea. I've literally got no idea. When it comes to technology and stuff, I am like a very old man. People that tuned into the Twitch stream last night will have seen that when it comes to technical things, I am not great. I am not great at all. Is it simply who gets the most votes? Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. What about Timber? Well, so Timber wasn't mentioned by Arteta at all. Literally, the entire press conference doesn't mention Timber's name once. So I personally probably wouldn't bother having him in the squad unless Tomiyasu is out injured, in which case there will be space for him in the squad. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. I think, to be honest, the best thing we can do is next weekend against Everton, final game of the season, bring him on for like 20 minutes at the end. Let the whole stadium give him a massive round of applause as he comes on. Welcome him back. But we'll see. We'll see. On the injuries, Arteta never really said names that were doubts. They asked a question regarding Saka having the thing on his leg. Arteta then said that they have a few doubts, never specified who. No, but he did. So the question was asked about Tomiyasu and Saka. And then in the answer, he said there are doubts over the names that you discussed. So I think he must have been talking about Saka and Tomiyasu. I think Saka will be fine, though. I think Saka will be fine. Who's getting dropped for Timber? Well, if Tomiyasu's injured, it'll be Tomiyasu. Will you get a MacBook? No. Well, I have a MacBook. I have a MacBook from my old job, which is like, it's all right. It's an old one. It was second or third hand, but it does the job. Do you think it's best for clubs who are getting long-term injuries back to not play them, i.e. your Timbers, James, Shaws? Yeah, I think so. I think so. That was why, like, I'd be massively surprised. It would be crazy if Man United had brought Martinez back in for the Arsenal game after a long layoff that was caused by trying to bring him back too quickly last time in the first place. Like, you just can't bring them back too quickly. It's not worth the risk, you know? I think a lot of players in the Premier League this season have ended up with more injuries because they've been rushed back. It's not worth it. What do you think of Hato from Ajax? Would you like him at Arsenal? Yeah, I'd love Hato. I'd love Hato. And it sounds like Arsenal really want him as well. So some of the other transfer news, kind of around players that we're interested in or that I find interesting anyway. Xavi Simons. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano as well. Xavi Simons and PSG will decide on his future before the Euros, but PSG don't want to sell him this summer. Leipzig can't afford a permanent move. A loan move is the most likely option. Barca are pushing for that. Leipzig and other Premier League clubs are also keen. Xavi will have a say in the loan decision. And then Eddie Howe on Isak and Bruno Guimaraes' future. I'm planning for them to be here. All of my planning is to have them in the squad. We don't want to sell our best players. It is key for us. It will knock us back a considerable distance because we would have to start again. So Eddie Howe is adamant that they are not going to let go of Isak and Bruno G. Another $2 from AFC Max. Thank you very much, Max. He says, do you have Subway where you live and do you like it? We do have Subway. I bloody love a Subway. And I can tell you my order straight off the dome. Italian BMT, a foot long, obviously, look at me. Foot long BMT, herbs and cheese, lettuce, cucumber, red onion, mayo, and chipotle, Southwest sauce. Bosh. That's what we go for. Double cheese, and toasted. And if we're really pushing the boat out, we'll go double meat. But that can be quite a hefty meal if we go double meat as well. But it is sensational. How many feet long are you? Depending on what measurement you're going for, 6 foot. How come you were on Twitch? I stream on Twitch now. Every evening I stream gaming on Twitch. So the link to that is in my bio, in the description, sorry. And yeah, every evening. Most evenings I'll start at about 10. Tonight it's going to be about 11. But there you go. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's sensational. It is sensational. The chipotle sauce is luxury. To be honest, right, back in the day, they used to have a ranch sauce. And I always used to get ranch sauce. And they got rid of it. And that was a tough day. So now I have to make up for it. And I go chipotle and mayo. but nothing's ever really replaced the ranch, which is quite sad. Chipotle Southwest legit makes me aroused. It's good. It's good. But it's not quite ranch. Guessing there's going to be a TIFO stream this weekend. There is. The link to TIFO is also in the description. We will be live for the watch along for the Manchester United game at 4:30 on Sunday on TIFO. Looking forward to it. They've made more big improvements over on TIFO as well. You can fully set up your own profiles. There's a proper homepage, all that good stuff. So they're making big improvements over on TIFO. And yeah, we'll be live for the watch along on Sunday. Do you think the hot weather on Sunday will have an effect on players? Could mean we have to use our bench depth, which United don't have. It probably will, yeah. It's going to be a hot day. I mean, it's not going to be quite as hot on Sunday, I don't think. Or is it? What's the temperature looking like on Sunday? No, it is. Yeah, 25 degrees in London on Sunday. So, yeah, maybe. Did you know Subway is the second most common fast food establishment in the world? I did know that. Yeah, I did know that. Another $2 from Max. Thank you very, very much. We still have mayo and ranch. You've still got ranch. Right. The new pot might have to just be getting me to Australia for an Australian Subway. Would that be bad if I blew the PC money on an Australian Subway? That would probably be irresponsible of me. But I do miss Subway ranch. I used to eat so much Subway. You have no idea. So where I went to uni, there was a Subway. How mental is this, right? There was a Subway literally bang opposite the main lecture theatre that I had like most of my lectures in. And basically, the only way I could persuade myself to get up and go to the lecture was by promising myself I could have a Subway afterwards. I'm not even joking. There was a point where I reckon at one point, I think I was having more Subways a week than days of the week because I was doubling up on some days. There were some weeks I reckon I was having 8, 9, or 10 Subways. It was out of hand. It was out of hand. But that was back in the day where you could get a footlong and a drink for a $5. They were the days. They were the days. Tactical Masterclass by Subway. Oh, brilliant. Genius from Subway, yeah. That place used to be rammed. Do you guys have Chick-fil-A in the UK? I think there's like one, which is kind of a novelty thing. There was a Subway opposite my house when I lived in London. Every day was a challenge. It's tough. It is tough. What does it really mean when Brits say bosh? I know how to use it, but I don't know the context. There's not really any context. Some people just started saying like bosh. There's a couple of guys who became like famous on the internet. Big John and what's the other guy's name? Can't remember it. But they kind of coined the phrase bosh by just saying it at the end of everything, basically. Bosh. How's this become Rory Talk Subway? Well, Max got us onto Subway. And look, as someone with a bit of a passion for a Subway sandwich, it just took us in that direction. Do you like Five Guys? Oh, I love a Five Guys. Tom Skinner. Tom Skinner is the other one, yeah. Apologies to Tom Skinner if he's watching. But yeah. Do you really believe Arsenal will win the league? No, I think Man City will win the league. Logic dictates Man City win the league, but we can dream. We can dream. If you've never been to Chipotle, you need to go. I don't think I have ever been to Chipotle. I don't think I ever have. I like Five Guys in my mouth. You said it. You said it. Rory Talks Food releasing at 15k subs. Maybe. I have considered starting up a TikTok account for food, to be fair. I have considered a food reviews TikTok account. I just haven't got time. Would you take Simons on loan next season with an option to buy? Oh, 1,000,000%. Simons on loan with an option to buy. 1,000,000%. Another $5 from Max. Thank you very much. Speaking of Subway, I just order your order, but with ranch. And if you did come to Australia, I would host you. Well, I appreciate that, Max. Look, I might have to take you up on this offer. I mean, you've got the dream meal. You've got my order with ranch. That was what it used to be. That was the dream. Taken away from me. You know? And they shouldn't do that, by the way. They shouldn't do that. When restaurants should not take things away once you've become accustomed to them. They should just add to the menu rather than adding and taking away. You know, he gives with one hand, but he takes with the other, and nothing that they've added has replaced it either. That's something I'll say. Whenever they add new things, they never add better things. Is there any guest the non-gooner that is linked to Subway? That's where the player is heading right now. I don't know. I guess the non-gooner that started their career working at Subway. Maybe. Today's game is guess the Subway ingredients. Rory's rants are no longer football-based, but they're food-based. Well, because it's got me annoyed now. It's good. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm missing it. McDonald's Sweden removed my favorite item a few years ago. And, well, don't get me started on McDonald's, right? Don't get me started on McDonald's, because the cheese bites at McDonald's, some of them, unbelievable. Some of them, dry and rubbish, right? And the way they rotate through them, it feels like we rotate through 3 bad options before we get back to a good one. Nacho cheese bites, unbelievable. Halloumi fries, decent. The Christmas one, Camembert or whatever it is, banger. But the mozzarella sticks, rubbish. The current one, the whatever it is, cheese and herb thing, dry as a bone. The chili ones are all right. But ultimately, just stick with the good ones. Stick with the nacho cheese bites. Hilarious. Some people in the chat trying to bring a conversation back around to football. I apologize. You've got me going off on a tangent here, but it is annoying. It is annoying. What's your go-to McDonald's order? Here we go. Here we go, sports fans. Go to McDonald's order, triple cheeseburger, plain. So you take everything off it, but then you add extra cheese. So it's just insanely cheesy. It's just cheese and meat. That's what I do with all my burgers, really. Cheese, meat, bit of lettuce, if possible. I'm not really a fan of McDonald's lettuce, though, so I don't bother. So you go triple cheeseburger. You get 1 or 2, depending on how hungry you are. Chicken selects, thingy dip, sour cream and chive dip. Is it sour cream and chive? Is that the one? Yeah. 3 selects if you're being reasonable. 5 if you're feeling, a bit hungry. Cheese bites, whichever ones it is. Even when it's the rubbish ones, still go for them. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. No football here. Food is where it's at. Plain is W. Yeah, plain is the key. Plain is the key. Yeah, meat and cheese. Meat and cheese is just the way to go. Any burger, meat, cheese. Normally, the rest of it, unnecessary. Unnecessary. The grass is kicking my ass. Oh, hay fever. Yeah, hay fever will be tough right now, I suppose. Doesn't a Big Mac and chips have 100 calories? 100? More like 1,000, probably. More like 1,000, I'd expect. Bacon. Yeah, throw in some bacon. If you've got... Not McDonald's bacon, though. Not McDonald's bacon. But if you can throw in bacon, happy days. Anyway, we are going to get back to football because I want to wrap up. I want to wrap up the Manchester United preview. Get your score predictions. Score predictions in the chat for Manchester United versus Arsenal. I'm mowing the lawn and it's got a little out of hand. What you get up to, I don't care. Score predictions. 3-1 to Arsenal. 3-0. 3-1. 1-0. So my score prediction, 5-1 to Arsenal. And I say that with chest. I have been saying for a long time, Arsenal will smoke Man United at Old Trafford. I've been saying it for a long time. I have to back it up. I'm going 5-1 to Arsenal. 5-1 to Arsenal. Bukayo Saka to score a hat-trick. That might be getting a bit too carried away. But 5-1 to Arsenal. Mbappe's posted a vid saying goodbye to PSG. I doubt PSG fans care at this point, to be honest. With everything he's done to their club. In terms of the lineup that I would go for, Raya in goal, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu if he's fit, Kivior if he's not, Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, Leandro Trossard. I think that's the best team that we've got at the moment. I really do think that's the best team that we've got. To be fair, you've been extremely confident for a while. Saka hat-trick with 3 assists, in my opinion. We will be there. Can we do the 8-2 revenge? We could do it. Part of me would rather win like 6-0 than 8-2. I don't know, though. Scoring 8 is probably more enjoyable. Nah, Timber won't start. Timber won't start. Maybe on the bench, Timber. Maybe Timber on the bench, but I don't think he'll start. And he'll only be on the bench, in my opinion, if Tomiyasu's not fit enough for it. They probably hate his guts. Yeah, Mbappe. I'd imagine they were, like, realistically, he hasn't won them a Champions League. He thinks he's bigger than the club. He's made that very clear. Martinelli shouldn't start until next season, only sub this season. I don't disagree. At the end of the day, the win is all that matters right now. Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. All that matters is 3 points. All that matters is 3 points and a win. But how many opportunities are we going to get to go to Old Trafford and smoke them? In terms of the difference between the two teams, where it is at the moment, how many chances are we going to get to go and absolutely smoke them at Old Trafford? Not many. So I think we have that chance right now, and I would like us to take it. But ultimately, look, if we win 1-0, happy days. If we win 1-0, no drama. But the opportunity is there to go and get a bit of revenge for previous results. So we'll see if we do or not. Anyway, it is time for Guess the Gooner, the game where I give you 5 clues about an ex or current Arsenal player, and you have to guess who that player is in the chat. First person to get it right wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks football community. So get your fingers on your keyboards because we are starting now. Clue number 1. This player is 29 years old. Clue number 1, this player is 29 years old. Clue number 2, they currently play for Copenhagen. They currently play for FC Copenhagen. Clue number 3, they joined Arsenal from Dijon in 2020. Clue number 4, they played 6 games for Arsenal. And clue number 5, they have made 27 appearances for Iceland. Who got it first? VAR check. VAR checking. Okay, I think the VAR check's going to be fine today. I think we're going to be fine. And the winner is Oscar. It is indeed Runarsson. Runarsson is the player. And Oscar, is that your first ever win, Oscar? That might be Oscar's first ever win. So congratulations to Oscar. VV Vlad was second. Ethan Udall was third. Sportcat was fourth. And Magnus was fifth. Some very interesting spellings of Runarsson. People rapidly trying to type out Runarsson. Magnus, I mean, what is Runarsson? Unless Umair meant Runarsson instead of Scarlett Johansson. Possibly. Wilsey is happy. VAR is happy. Putting me out of a job. Listen. This is what we do. God, he was an awful keeper. The League Cup game against City was painful. Yeah, he was, not the best signing we've ever made. Not the best signing. AFC Max, thank you very much for the $2. VAR check complete. You'll love to see it. Emilio he says he was robbed of a top 5. Emilio thinks he was robbed of a top 5. Honestly, when it comes to top 5, Emilio, it might just be that you were, you were literally, look. On my screen, Magnus is 5th, you're 6th. Oslo Goon is 7th. Hyper Protagonist is 8th. That's how it was on my screen. Good process, boys. What's your score predictions for the games tomorrow? Let's quickly run through tomorrow's games. Sure. Let's quickly. We'll run through tomorrow's games and then we'll get into guess the non-Gooner. Fulham against Man City, lunchtime kickoff. 4-1 to Man City. Brentford, Bournemouth, 1-1. Everton, Sheffield United, 2-1 Everton. Newcastle, Brighton, 3-2 Newcastle. Spurs against Burnley, 2-1 Spurs. West Ham against Luton. I'm actually going to go 2-1 to Luton. Wolves against Palace. I'm going to go 3-1 to Palace. Forest against Chelsea, 2-2. There we go. Jake is late to the party. I was so slow because I was auto-corrected to runs resonates. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. Fun fact, we signed Arteta and Saka 3 days after that 8-2. Two of our most important figures. That's crazy. That is actually a fun fact. That is a fun fact. It would be the funniest shit if Burnley won. It would be funny if Burnley won. It would be very funny if Burnley won. I don't think they will, though. There's some interesting games there. There are some interesting games. But there's only one that matters, ultimately. And I don't think we're going to get the result we want, unfortunately. But the game's the game. The game is the game. Anyway, it is time for Guess the Non-Gooner. I am going to give you the entire career path of a player who does not and has not played for Arsenal. And you have to guess who that player is in the chat. First person to get it right wins the immense pride and respect of the Rory Talks Football community, but not as much respect as Oscar currently has. This player started their career at SC Braga. They went on loan to Penafiel. They then moved to Atletico Madrid. They went to Braga on loan. They went to Celta Vigo on loan. They went to Albacete on loan. They then moved to Real Valladolid permanently. They then moved back to Atletico Madrid permanently. They went on loan to Rayo Vallecano. They then moved to Chelsea permanently. They then moved to Atletico Madrid permanently. They then moved to Atletico MG. They then moved to Wolves. They then moved to Botafogo. And now they are at Gremio. And a lot of you have already got it, so I'm not even going to run through the order again. But who was first? That is the question. Some of you still guessing Hosselu. Some of you still going for Hosselu. But the winner was Francisco Oliveira with Diego Costa. Congratulations, Francisco Oliveira. Got it very quickly. Second was Ethan Udall. Third was Benji. Fourth was Pekka. And fifth was Alex Suter. But congratulations to Francisco Oliveira. Well done. VAR check complete. I'm pretty sure there was no VAR check needed for that one because Francisco Oliveira got it very early. Portuguese knowledge. There you go. Coming in clutch with the Portuguese. Yeah, he did go to a lot of clubs and he also just kept going back to Atletico Madrid, both permanently and on loan. Costa is the most mixed bag player ever. Can't tell if I love or hate him. I'm not a massive fan. How long will you stream for tonight? I'm not sure. We'll try and do like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something. It's going to start a bit later, so it might not be quite as long. But yeah, it should be decent. Look, anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream here because I've got to get to the cinema. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic weekend. Remember, I'm live on Twitch later. The link to that is in the description. I'll be live on Sunday for the watch along of the Manchester United Arsenal game. Link to Tifo is in the description. And other than that, I'll probably have a video out tomorrow night, maybe. Maybe I'll just go live like normal tomorrow night anyway. I'll let you know. But until then, have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Max, thank you very much for the $5 again. And Max, thank you so much for the incredible support on this stream. Once again, you really are the GOAT, Max. So massively appreciate that. And I'll catch you and everyone else next time. Goodbye.